John Bunn here, and today I want to talk about the 8 steps you should take to have a successful transaction with your realtor and you. And I'm going to start with number 1. And number 1 is stay within your budget and make sure that you get a lender that's good, one that you trust, and get that pre-qualification to make sure that you're in with your budget. And we're talking about things as your debt to income ratio and all of that is in line. And they'll make sure that that is all in line. Number 2, you want to know knowledge of the market. You want to know how much houses are worth in the market. Your realtor will help you with that. Hopefully when you are ready to make an offer, you've seen several homes, and the home that you have fallen in love with, you will feel good about it and you'll know that you're buying a good investment, because it is a huge investment. Number 3, the next thing is making the offer. Prior to your agent making the offer, you should see if, number 1, is the house available? And your agent should find out, are there any offers? So that would have a lot to do, or should have a little bit to do, with what type of offer you make. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to write the offer, and these are the steps. In step 4, these are the steps that you would take to make that offer. Closing and possession is huge. So you want to make sure that you can get out of, if you've got a rental, if you got a lease, you want to make sure that none of that is affected. Earnest money, how much earnest money you should put down, the realtor will help you with that. Closing attorney, who are you going to use? Make sure you use a real estate attorney that is very experienced in real estate law and transactions. Due diligence, you got to have your due diligence. You want to be able to inspect the house and check all the aspects. Normally that's between 10 and 14 days. And then closing costs. Do you need closing costs? Now on some of these offers, where if you find out they're competing, it's going to be hard to get the seller to accept your deal with closing costs. But when you get to that point, you can discuss that with your realtor and come up with the best course of action. And then in special steps, in Harris County, in your special steps, you want to have the septic tank inspected, you want to have a termite inspection, you want to make sure that the property lines are marked. So all those are important things that you might want to put in your special stipulations. And then you negotiate the best deal. That's step 5, negotiating the best deal for you. Now, with the shortage of houses and low inventory, at the time it might not seem like the best deal, because maybe you'll have to pay full price or more than full price. But with the low supply of houses and the high demand of houses, your property is going to appreciate over time and it's going to go up in value. So if you pay more than the list price, you should be okay in the long run. And then step 6 is getting over the hurdle of the home inspection. You do the home inspection. If there's any issues, you ask the listing agent to take this inspection and amendment to address concerns to the seller and see if you can get the seller to do these repairs. A lot of times they will make a concession. There are times when they won't do any repairs, so you just have to be sort of prepared for that. Step 7 is the appraisal. That's another hurdle that you have to get over. The bank's going to want to make sure that their collateral is worth what the sales price is. So the appraisal is very important, and you want to make sure that the appraisal is done and that you understand it. If you have any questions, talk to your realtor about that. And then finally, 8 is coming to the closing. Hopefully you've worked through the home inspection. Hopefully the appraisal comes in okay. You get to the closing and everything should be done. You do a walkthrough the day of the closing or the day before closing to make sure that the house looks the same way it did on the day that you looked at it and that nothing has changed. So anyway, these 8 steps are all necessary when buying a house. If you have any questions, call John Bunn, your Harris County Connection.